Founded in 910 AD, a monastery at Cluny began the struggle to free the church from secular political influence and control. This would come to be known as the Cluny Reform Movement. The struggle was caused by corruption in the church stemming from government involvement. Because theoretically anyone could be a leader in the church, a king could appoint his political officials to offices such as bishop and abbot. This angered church officials because often the people elected would have no spiritual qualifications. Besides corruption within the church with regards to the government, there was corruption in the church itself. Mistresses and clerical marriage within the church was a relatively common practice that disrespected the rules of the Catholic priests. It was these two problems that Cluny members struggled to change. Cluny members were dispatched throughout France and Italy. Though many priests embraced the Cluny methods, it was slow going until the year 1075 when the biggest proponent of the Cluny reform came into play. Pope Gregory VII. He made a papal decree in the Dictatus Papae that stated that the Church would condemn under penalty of excommunication lay investiture of the clergy in their religious offices at any level. In simple terms, this meant that the Pope would exclude any person from the Catholic community if they had someone elected that did not have the spiritual qualifications needed to fill the position. This put much stress on King Henry IV because he had a well-established custom of using his power to have a man he had given a secular title to elected as bishop. Henry saw Gregory's act as a challenge to his ability to rule his kingdom, while Gregory believed that Henry was overstepping his authority and needed to be stopped. They quickly prepared for war. In January of 1076, Henry gathered his faithful German bishops at Worms and had them declare their independence from Gregory. Going through with his word, Gregory excommunicated Henry and then liberated his subjects from loyalty to him. The German princes that ruled under Henry strongly supported Gregory because it meant more power for them. Henry now was confronted with a full-scale rebellion. He had no other option but to agree to Gregory's terms. On January 25, 1077, Henry traveled to the Pope's castle in Canossa and lay as if bowing to him for 3 days straight. Finally, the Pope granted him pardon. The power of the papacy was at its peak. After over 100 years, the investiture controversy started between Henry and Gregory was settled at the Concordat of Worms. The new emperor, Henry V, officially surrendered his power to appoint bishops. As a compromise, Pope Calixtus II gave the emperor the right to invest bishops with fiefs before or after their election. The Cluny Reform movement was now embraced in almost all churches across the empire. The reformers of Cluny had achieved their goal. This problem that started in 910 is still happening in 2013. The division of church and state is an argument that is commonly debated about today.